Hey, Pu community. This is one training session for Robt Pu. In this training session, we are going to introduce how to assign a nickname to Robt Pu. And everyone might think you should give your own Robt Pu a nickname, and that's the objective for this tutorials. And in this tutorial, you can find this tutorial in Robt Pu book 3 Growth and assign a nickname to Robt Pu. The objective of this lecture is make you more comfortable about block programming and we'll introduce a little bit more about how gamepad program works and how gamepad program controls Robt Pu. Then we're going to write a small program to control Robt Pu to change his nickname. You need a Robt Pu, you need a gamepad, you need the microbit attached to the gamepad and Robt Pu, and you also need a computer that can access internet, which will run a web-based interface to do block programming. Of course, you need the micro USB cable. Before we go to the programming, let's talk about a little bit about the command and control. For the Robt Pu, it accepts radio commands from the gamepad. There are two microbits in this system. One microbit attached to the gamepad, the other microbit attached to Robt Pu. That's inside the Robt Pu's name. Whenever you in the program that runs in the gamepad, send out any command in the radio message to Robt Pu. Robt Pu will interpret the message and translate the message into the execution code and do exactly the commands asked for. And this is basically a command and control programming module. It's used everywhere. It's a fundamental programming paradigm. Now you understand how the gamepad control the Robt Pu. Then we can go ahead to set nickname for the robot controller, for the Robt Pu. Okay. First of all, let me introduce how we set up the radio channel to establish this command and control mechanism. Let's go to this website. Okay, to start programming. Okay, once you click the link in this page, it will pop up MakeCode.microbit.org. Then you can click Edit Code session and pop up the code. Okay, and it takes a little bit to pop up, and let's minimize the simulation portion at the right side, the left side. Okay, and all the code inside this tutorial mainly happen in OnStar session. You can get OnStar block from the basic category. Just drag it out like this. Okay, since we already drag it out, then we just skip this part. And let's explain the OnStar command session one by one. Okay, first command block name, because set name equal to Pu. It is where we set the Robt Pu's nickname. You can change this nickname to anything else. For example, right now I want to change as you can see right now, by default robot name is Pu, and I link this change nickname command to to the command A and B. If you press the button A and B at the same time, it will send out a command to set the Pu's nickname. right now I set Pu's nickname to Pu. Okay, so let's see. See, right now the Robt Pu say his name is Pu Pu. Alright, so then let's change the name into, say, give a good name, say Mike. Okay, or let's change to Bob. Okay, then when we set the name, then after that it will do some, add some string, it will do some change its name inside the gamepad computer at the same time. For example, at here it will change his name to this name. Okay, we just change, because we set the name to Bob, we need to change this. So this is called function call. Okay, so because we define a function to say add content, and the add content function, it is this function. Basically, in order to change the nickname, you not only have to change the name for Robt Pu, of course you need to change the name in the gamepad as well, right? So that's the purpose of set the name and add content. Then after that, there's a couple of commands like set pull pins. That those commands are used for set up the gamepad controller to like button click, something like that. It's unrelated to this project. And okay, let's move on to this code. And the code session from here to here is used to set up radio control channels. We set the radio control channel to 166 because the gamepad controller can only display one digit here. Okay, can only display one digit. In order to show the full channel, then takes a little bit time to show the full channel, right? So we just say show 166 takes a long time. It's more convenient to say set to channel 6, but actually internally it's used 166. So this is the code doing, right? We set channel to 166, and we set another constant value to 160, and we set the radio channel to group 166. And when we show number, it is the command you can get from here in the basic, say show number. Then we use a mass equation here to say the channel, it is a variable. We can get it from here, channel, right? Then minus by a hidden value is a variable we already defined. See, so that's, say, 166 minus 160. It is shows as a channel 6. This is how we set up the channel, set up the radio channel and display the channel number. Okay. Now we have we link those channel number change by button A and button B. Say at here it's on button A press. It is the input. Okay, on button A press. In this command, it is whenever you press the button A, it will trigger all the code session inside from here to here. Okay, as you can see here, we link the button A to radio. We send out the this radio command called Pu A. It is the name. It is a command to tell Robt Pu to change his nickname. Okay. So no, sorry. Let me take it back. This is the command to tell Robt Pu the button A in the gamepad controller is pressed. Right. That's Pu A. Okay. Then we set the channel. When we press button A, we tell Robt Pu the button A was pressed, and we increase the channel number by 1. Right? Because the radio only has like 255 channels, so if the number bigger than 255, then we need to set the channel back to 0. Basically, we cannot set the radio channel outside the range of whatever the hardware supports, right? So, and after that, you set when you press button once, you will increase the channel number by 1. Then call this radio command, say radio set group to increase the channel number. Then show the channel number one more time. Okay, let me show you exactly what happened here. So here, say right now the channel number is 6. If you press the button 8, you can see the number got increased. Press one more time, increase more. Right now, actually the actual channel number is 169. Right? We did the same thing for button B. So when we press the button B, we decrease the channel. Right? See that? So you will ask, what if the channel number decreased to below 0? When you do that, we will write a code, say if we keep decrease, it will turn to be -1. Okay? But actually, let's look at the code. We cannot set the number to -1, right? So let's read the code. How do we handle it? So basically it's like this. Say when we press, this is on button B, we got press, right? You get a pull, you can select what button to click, right? When the button B is pressed, the radio will send a radio message to Robt Pu, say, oh, button B is pressed, and we change the channel number by -1, basically decreasing the radio channel. If the radio channel is less than 1, we basically set the channel number into 255, and at the same time we just show whatever the actual channel number minus the 160 is set up here, right? So to change the channel number. So that's the way we set up, use radio button to change the radio channel in a gamepad. Okay, that's unrelated to about the business. We set the nickname, but just let you know, this is how we change the channel. Okay, and set up the communication, because in order for the Robt Pu talk to the gamepad, they have to be in the same channel. If you set the gamepad controller to channel 6, then you have to press the same button in the radio for Robt Pu to set to channel 6 as well. Okay, if you set to channel 100, then you have both the Robt Pu and gamepad has to be in 100 at the same time. Okay, then let's look at how do we send out the command to ask Pu to set the name. Say when the button A and B is pressed at the same time, pressed at the same time, we will send a message to say PUN. PUN, the Robt Pu will translate into a command to change the name. Okay, then use join. This basically join this string with the name string you set on the first line. Okay, then by running this command, it will send out a string to say Pu followed by the name to Robt Pu. Robt Pu will change the nickname, and after that is mainly to tell the robot, say button A, B was pressed at the same time. Okay, then when you do that, that means your program is done, because I already changed the robot name to Bob, from Pu to Bob, and the robot, now our expect behavior, it is the robot will say my name is Bob Pu. Okay, so then we finish programming. Then we just hit download button, and you can download the program to the download folder. I'm using Linux, so the download the interface will be a little bit different. If your Windows or Mac, and this interface will be slightly different, but the new program will get into the download folder. So if the name is the same, say, oh, so because that's a program in nickname, right? I already downloaded the nickname once, but this is the second time we download it. the system will automatically add 1 here to tell it for the new program, okay, because the name is the same. So now we drag the new hex file into the we have to make sure before doing that you have to connect your USB cable to the gamepad microbit. Okay, so once you do that, the microbit icon will show up here, and then you can drag the hex file into the microbit. Now you can see the light start to flashing on the back. When the light flashing finish, okay, then the program, you got a new program load to the system. Okay, so then now when we press the command A and B at the same time, now you can see robot say my name is Robt Pu now. Okay, so let's do it one more time. My name is Robt Pu. That's what the Pu say now. Okay, so and after that, whenever you interact with Bob, with Robt Pu, his name will be changed to will change from Pu Pu to Robt Pu. Okay, so that's how we do the programming. Okay, so and let's we have a little bit of homework. Okay, one more thing, as since we set the Pu's name on the fly, Pu will forgot his new nickname when you turn it off. If you want to set it one more time, then if you turn it off, if you turn off the Robt Pu and want the name back, you have to press the button A and B at the same time on the gamepad controller to set his name one more time. Okay. Sometimes if you see there's some arrow pop up in the game in the microbit surface, in the microbit LED, check those arrow codes. Okay, and it tells you if your USB cable is a little bit old, you will see 405 arrow, right? 405 arrow means that's the most frequent error code you will run into if your cable is a little bit old. It's basically the transfer of the hex file to a microbit is timed out. So that means there are too many errors in the file upload and the program fail out. What you need to do with this, you need to either use a newer microbit cable or USB cable, or just download one more time. Eventually you will succeed. Okay, so now we go to homework session. You can try to link this nickname setting to the other microbit buttons. Okay, to do that, you have to go to input session. See, there's a couple of input options. Say you can link to the shaking. See, if you shake it, or if you put it face up, face down, or left tilted or something, and link those events to the name setting. Okay, so that's the way to you can change the program to do that. Okay, if you don't want to use the button A and B to set the nickname. You can also change the program. You can hard code this name. Always send out the command, because at here we link the this command into the radio send command into button A and B press. What if you want to always set it, right? So this is what you can do. You can just say on star. You always, after you set up the radio communications, right? You do this. You can you can always send out the new name by default to Robt Pu, and Robt Pu will change his name right away. See that? So that's the way to do it. I let you do it. Okay. So to witness, you can do this. Okay. So in this case, you can always set your set the new nickname to Robt Pu when you boot up the gamepad controller. And of course, any radio channel, any radio message has a length limit for microbit, and you can find out what's the maximum length for this message, and that's the maximum length you can give Pu's name. Okay, so and there are a couple of resource link. You can click here to check out how the microbit radio works. So at here you will have more radio commands from supported by microbit. Okay, you read the document one by one, and that's how you gain your programming knowledge about radio controls. Okay, so and congratulations, you just finished another tutorial about how to program Robt Pu. And welcome back to the Pu community, and check my channel for more exciting programming project using Robt Pu. Thank you.